This picture of Aiden Markram, which you can see on your screens right now, perhaps sums up how it is that South African fans would be feeling after the T20 World Cup semi-finals. Beaten into submission by a brute of a knock from Finn Allen, lost for words and wondering how it is that a tournament that ended up promising so much ended up in the same manner that South African fans are absolutely used to when it comes to ICC tournaments ending in heartbreak. Naturally, this has led to a lot of discourse on social media talking about the fact that South Africa once again have, I hate saying this word, choked. They've choked in a big game. They ended up underwhelming, and that once again this curse that has haunted their side continues to haunt them. Despite the fact that they did win the World Test Championship, it is worth noting that their last win in a ICC white ball tournament has come more than 2 decades prior, and this is still unfortunately a jinx that they need to get off. Yes, they have won a WTC final, but test match cricket and white ball cricket, the demands are very different, and considering the recency of the WTC, perhaps it might not be fair to judge in that regard. However, in white ball cricket, that C word, the dreaded C word, has once again come up. However, South Africa's head coach Shukri Conrad disagrees with this being a choke, and because he was posed the question in the post-match press conference, and this is what he had to say. He said, "I don't know if this was a choke tonight. It was a complete walloping." So Shukri is being very honest here when he says that, listen, I don't think we choked here. We were completely beaten. It was a complete walloping. This was a one-sided victory. That's what he's trying to say. And truth be told, I would agree with him. Again, this wasn't a case of them choking. A choke, by technical definition, would be if you're at a close situation, you make one mistake, and then you lose the match. Let's be fair. South Africa had lost the match after the power play itself. 80 odd for no loss, New Zealand chasing down 170. It was never going to end any other way than the manner in which it did. However, social media is a little funny like that, and a lot of fans were on hand to remind this team that yes, you still very much are chokers. Let's take a look at some reactions. You've got this one fan here saying South Africa does well all year, winning everything and looking unstoppable, and then an ICC tournament comes and they produce a choke of the decade performance worse than the last. Another fan says South Africa is a real choker. No matter how strong the team looks throughout the tournament, they always choke in the semi and finals. Generational chokers. Yet another fan went on to add, the way South Africa manages to choke every single time is a case study in my opinion. And again, truth be told, it's hard to disagree with any of this. Just look at how it is that South Africa have been when it comes to tournaments. They've always been boasting strong teams. They have in fact sometimes been starting tournaments as the favorites as well. There's no lie there. There's been multiple tournaments I can think of where they were right up there among the favorites, but they've never been able to win it. Obviously now with the way ICC tournaments are, you're having one every year, the chance to do that comes around pretty often, and their next chance would be the 2027 World Cup, which lo and behold happens to be hosted by South Africa, as in they're one of the 3 hosts. But again, can they end that jinx? 2003 didn't see them come any closer. However, they will be hoping that they can potentially end it so that that dreaded C word disappears from the cricketing lexicon once and for all. But do you agree with the fans here, or do you agree with Shukri Conrad? Let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget as always to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.